Greetings, beautiful being. Welcome back to the channel. So we're back in the rainbow room versus the car. I really do love the car, but I'm a person who likes to switch it up. My name's Annika. If you're new here, welcome. We share a lot on here: daily messages, intuitive messages, cosmic messages, talk about the cycles of numerology, astrology, other esoteric, symbolic codes that are going on in this divine simulation to assist you in having fun, in riding the wave, and having all the codes you need to actualize the experience of life here that you desire, to experience more of you, to show up some mirrors of your own infinite divine nature, to help you claim more of your eternal divine energy and embody more of that here in this timeline now, and to co-create future timelines in the present moment that make your soul sing. So today I'm feeling a message that wants to come through from the ethereal ones. So we have the Fairy Oracle with Brian Froud. And what I love, in the future I want to do some ASMR readings. Tell me in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in, but that's not what this is today. But I think that was a sign, because I didn't even mean to tap on that. We have the Fairy Oracle. We have the angels, healing with the angels. And we have the Dreamscape Oracle. You guys, I really love this man, Matt Hughes. He also makes the Ethereal Visions Tarot that I use occasionally. It kind of has a similar vibe, and they're very, very special. Okay, and then I think that's the three we're gonna go with today. We can always pull a little tarot as well. And one message that was coming through is, we've been talking in the past few videos about this energy of you are in the stage where one of the most healing and empowering and uplifting things you can do at this point is share the vibration and the essence of you that you've cultivated in whatever form calls to you, because you have done so much work in healing and reprogramming and seeking and growing. And if you're part of this collective, if you are drawn to the messages on this channel, you are at the vibrational precipice, like the vibrational, I don't want to say forefront, but like the vibrational edge of what's being brought in here in terms of the next level of evolution for humanity, because obviously there are so many vibrations taking place on the planet at once, and it is almost somewhat of like, what collective timeline are most people giving the most attention to? And if you're here, you're most likely here to use your consciousness to help co-create timelines that are liberating, creative, safe, nurturing, abundant for all beings, and fun and creative, you know, whatever your unique essence is. But there's this energy of, you know, almost the past decade, maybe you've done a lot of learning, cultivating, healing, growing, of course, some creating, but we're almost moving into this new phase where now you're ready to really offer your light. And my bestie Calista and I were talking about how when we first moved in together, and we are very much the type to go off on all of these topics and just like fully can meet each other there and like bounce off and go higher and expand bigger and dig deeper. And we were talking about how when we first moved in together, because we're both Libras, we called where we lived the library, and it was like our place of esoteric study. And we were just learning so much, learning, growing, healing, like truly shedding so much density. Of course, like you get lighter and lighter as you go if you keep feeding the wolf that you want to feed, and then the layers that aren't you start to shed away or just integrate. And then we came to this point after a couple of years, and I think it starts happening quicker and quicker, where we were like, this isn't the library anymore. It's like the lab, because it's almost like we weren't as obsessed with absorbing the knowledge as we had been for so many years along our journey. But we were like, no, we know the most powerful, like simplistic ways to affect ourselves, our consciousness, and then reality itself. And it's like about putting it all into practice now. Like it's about the experiment of let's see what actually works and let's see what we can actually make happen. And so we started calling it the lab where we lived. Like we were in the experimental lab, and it was just so the energy, you know what I mean? It was just riding the wave and calling it what it is. And I just kept getting this sense that the library had been a few years, and because like the evolution is speeding up, the lab, maybe you resonate with this, which is why I'm sharing this journey of learning so much and then putting it all into practice, embodiment. And then now I sense this new era birthing of the lighthouse, where you have experimented and you have put so much into action and you have an embodied knowing now, and that is a frequency transmission that comes directly from you living in your authenticity and your creativity, your highest joy, your deepest alignment, whatever it looks like for you. Like you get to be the lighthouse now. And so, of course, there will endlessly be learning. The library is always a part of us. We don't like leave these old eras behind. They become a part of us. And then the lab, you'll constantly be experimenting with new things and seeing what works, what doesn't, and that will add to your wealth of experience, knowledge, embodied knowing. And then we're now at this new layer, though, where just the vibrational emanation of who you are is so powerful, and it's the magic. And that is why your energy is actually so valuable, because people say that all the time and they throw it around, but I don't think they throw it around. I just want to say, if people feel like it's thrown around, it's really not, because this whole reality is frequency. And if you're somebody who understands that, and you have done so much to cultivate and care for your own energy, I'm not saying it's perfect all the time, but like that is the greatest gift to humanity. You're offering an energy that you are tending to. If you think about like a house, if you never cleaned it and then, you know, people came over, versus if you kept it tidy, you made it nice, you made it nurturing, like you gave it a magical vibe, people would come over and they'd be inspired. You might change their life by them coming over to have tea with you, because they're like, oh my God, I never even thought that I could make a place so beautiful. And then they're inspired to do that for themselves just because. And then they're living in a more creative, high vibrational reality where they're like, wow, I deserve to like experience beauty and comfort and this nurturing energy every day. This is obviously an example, comparing it to your energy, your mind, your, not just your aura. We have so much to our energetic anatomy, but you're somebody who has tended to it, and therefore it's like genuinely a gift for people to be in your presence. And it's the whole idea too that, you know, if you have gone to school to become a doctor for 8 years, you get paid a good amount of money for an hour of what you do, compared to somebody who never did that, because you are not just getting paid for your hour, you're getting paid for all the work that you put in to become a doctor. You're a high value person and you have high value energy, and it's so beautiful to share and gift the world. That's like the whole point. But you can sit in the knowing of how valuable your energy is, and that like it's also, you're the steward of it. So deciding where to give it out, and so that you can keep your cup like continuously overflowing, which comes from you giving yourself what you need, whether it be space, nature, meditation. We always want to be uplinking to source, because that is where we get it. That's where we get the goods. And people like to do that in a different way, but I think meditation, nature, being with those people that like you actually can be quiet with is so magic. That is so rare these days. But tuning into stuff like this, you know what I mean? There are so many people I come to online that really do lift me up and lift my frequency up. That's such a gift, because they're people who are also cultivating their energy. And so then you can be in people's energy who are like that online. So where I was going with this was that you're a lighthouse, and there is, in the sense of tending to your own energy, there might be some things that you want to start to gift yourself. And this is what I would say was coming to me, was that if there's something that you want to be doing on a consistent basis to improve your life, it either can be to like improve your life, get you to a goal that you want to get to, offer yourself in some way and your energy in some way, like a way that you want to start doing that, or you just know you want to start doing it, so you just pick something because then you'll learn and the right thing will unfold. Kind of those two things. It's some part of either like you offering yourself or you getting yourself to some goal that you have for yourself. And it's something that you want to consistently show up for, whether it be every day, every other day, whatever it is. Set it up for yourself. You can start to think about what you're going to set up and then try to do it within like the next week, or at least get it going. A structure for it to be so easy for you. So here's my example for you. So like I will film videos every day, but my stand for my camera tripod has like kind of broken a little bit. I put it in a different place every day. Like every time that I come to film, it's like me deciding where to put it, like moving a thing, propping something up, using something else if it's not working. And like if I just had like a straight setup on my desk right here, where I literally all I have to do is like flick my light on, put my phone there, that would save me so much mental energy. This seems so obvious. You might, if you're a Virgo, you probably don't have this problem, but all I'm saying is that there is this essence of like your energy is so valuable. And so if there's one thing that like it keeps knocking at your door, like I want to get from here to here, whether it has to do with your money, your career, something just like you offering yourself in some way because your soul wants it, or like spending more time with your family, but like you haven't set up a really easy, consistent structure for that to happen. Gift that to yourself, because it's going to liberate so much energy for you that it actually will create a timeline hop, because you literally, all the energy that you would have spent feeling bad about not doing that thing, or just like the minutes it would have taken to set up that thing every day, every week. Like let's say it's even spending time with your family and you're like, we're just going to do Saturdays, this time to this time. We're going to like, it'll be like a choose an adventure, and we're going to put like papers in this jar and we're going to pull it out of the jar every week. And then boom, every week you don't have to plan a time, you don't have to plan a date, you don't have to feel bad if you're missing it, if you're like missing it and forget to plan it. And you don't have to think about something new every time, get everybody to agree on one thing. Think about how much time and energy that saves, so that your energy can be more vibrant, alive, emanating, and like a gift to yourself and the world. So this is a gift to yourself and to everybody else. And like you on that timeline doing that versus you on the timeline scrambling week after week is a different reality. And so if something's coming to mind to you right now, something that you do often, think of like the most simple, masterful like structure for it to literally be like click, click, boom, and then you're like good to go. And then like start to lock in. And if it's something that you're wanting to do daily, just like commit to doing it daily and be like, I'm gonna do it for a month daily, because once you do 21 days, it'll be a habit and you won't want to stop. And that is the message that's coming through, because like you deserve it. You deserve to have efficient processes in place that liberate your energy, because your energy is so valuable and it's so important. And especially for so many of us who have a lot of energy, a lot of light. You know, I actually don't even think this. I was going to say like aren't always the best at setting up the structures. I actually like in my time of really just like meeting people who I feel like cosmic souls on the path doing this work, there are just as many like really organized peeps as there are not organized peeps. I don't think it has anything to do with being spiritual. I don't think that like the spiritual archetype of being all over the place is really accurate. I know so many Virgos, and not even to stereotype Virgos. Want to be a Virgo, just kidding. Who Capricorns who just have their ish on lock. They're just good at it. So it just has nothing to do with being spiritual. You might be somebody who's hyper organized. You already like do this thing, in which case your task would be like, what is the thing your soul is truly calling you to do? And are you being organized around that? The thing that's like not helping anybody else, but is helping you get to where you know you need to go. That is the like 3D click we need to click in as we head through this portal into this next through the eclipse, through the equinox, and into this next 10-year cycle. So this is relevant if you're watching it after the eclipse or the equinox. It's essentially like we're going into this new 10-year cycle starting in 2026, and you being true to the guidance that your own soul is sending you, that is part of the divine blueprint, that is part of the unfolding of a higher vision for this planet and for this earth. So it's time to dissolve any ideas of what we thought we were supposed to do, what maybe we were taught was righteous, like the idea of giving ourselves away to everything and everyone until we have nothing left. We're depleted, our energy is so low, and like we also haven't done the things that truly matter to us. And it could be the simplest thing of like cleaning up your like all of this paperwork that you haven't dealt with for years because you haven't made time for it, and it's stressing you out, and it's like sitting in your energetic aura, all this stress for all this stuff. But you're like, no, I need to work through it and clear it so I can start anew. So then you're like, every day I'm creating a structure where like I can sit down and do that. And you can even make it, you know, you can do things to make it an enjoyable experience, like cross some dopamine, whatever, make it fun, you know, treat it like a game. But like you got to clear the stuff on the old level so that you can be free, so that you can liberate yourself. You deserve to be liberated. And that is that. I mean, that's pretty much the message. We're at 20 minutes, but I feel like we need one card from each of the ethereal beings. Let's start with an angel card. That low-key turned into a podcast episode. I, of course, am like just here chatting with you guys. I'm never like telling you what to do. I'm mostly talking to myself, but I just think that you're so amazing and you deserve to feel light and free. And we're moving through the time that we're moving through right now. It's such an opportunity to clear the old, tie up loose ends, and like set in new structures that are really going to support us in accomplishing, becoming, channeling everything that we so desire. It's so unique to all of us, but like you really do deserve to like have some ease around what you're showing up for. Yeah, we're getting balance. So it's like that's exactly what setting up this kind of ease for you can bring, is an elimination of the chaos. And we also got body care. So it's Virgo season. It's time to take care of the body. Take care of your health. Health is wealth, baby. And you probably already are, but feel free to turn it up a notch. Let's see exactly what the angels have to say about balance and body care. Balance. Has your schedule been lopsided lately? Be sure to balance your time between workplace, spirituality, exercise, and relationships. The angels know that you're busy, mainly with earthly demands on your time. They want to help you with your responsibilities through the process of balance. Whenever our schedules become disproportionate, our energy drops. Lowered energy creates the illusion that there isn't enough time in the day, so a vicious cycle of time limitation occurs. I mean, this is just like the energy of this is relevant to what I was speaking on. Your angels ask you to add regular doses of meditation, exercise, and play to your days. They know that balancing your life between work, play, spirituality, exercise, and relationships helps you grow and feel joy. If you feel overwhelmed by your responsibilities, don't hesitate to ask God and your angels to lift the burden. Please, please do that. If you feel at all connected to God and your angels, or even if you don't and you're willing to try, I highly encourage you to ask them out loud for assistance, because you are not meant to do it alone. You're really, 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 really not. And like the ethers are so ready to support you. And if you are alive, breathing, and listening to this message, you are worthy of that support. And you have angels who are living to help you. And they just wish that you would ask out loud, because you have free will. So you gotta, if you want them to assist. Okay. So let's see what body care has to say. The angels urge you to care more for your physical body. You're asked to eat healthy foods, exercise regularly, and avoid toxins. Perhaps you resist this guidance, and the angels have repeatedly come to you about this topic. They remind you that the body is an instrument that, when well tuned, emanates greater harmony. Your spirit is like music, the music of a grand piano, and the angels ask you to maintain that piano. If you follow this guidance, you'll feel terrific. Your increased energy and happiness is your reward for following the angels' suggestions. See, it's never just about like, do this thing because, it's like for your own benefit, you know what I mean? They will help you find the time and motivation to exercise. They will also help you lose your cravings for unhealthful substances. Practical AF, asking your angels for help. And the angels will help you enjoy the newfound pleasures that come from purifying and maintaining your physical body. Okay, so you can ask the angels for help in whatever you need around your health journey, such as losing cravings, such as finding the time and motivation to exercise. Ask for assistance for purifying and maintaining your physical body. And how much are both of these things about liberating your energy, your most valuable currency? I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see. I think I really wanted to pull one from the fairy deck, so I think maybe we'll just do that since we're getting a little bit longer here. Whew. You guys, I have not pulled from these cards in forever. They're like very, a lot of oracle cards will be like highly, a lot of them are so positive, and these ones are really funny because all these fairies, they're like beings, and some of them are tricksters, you know? It's like human beings. They're a whole range of, okay, what fairy has a message for the collective? Anyone who's still watching this video, the rare beautiful beings who are still here with me. Thank you for being here. The fairies are also grateful for you being here. I won't speak for them. I'm sorry, fairies, but I just sense that we're all happy to be here together. Okay. I love this card. It's so beautiful. Okay, this one is She of the Cruach, number 5. I've been seeing a lot of 555 today. 5 is change. It's also the number of the teacher. Travel. Oh, okay, this is beautiful. In this, She of the Cruach, I'll let you get the transmission. The receptive principle, nurturing fertility. This is the great goddess, the many-named mother of all, and all goddesses are, sorry. Sometimes I'm thinking a thought and trying to read at the same time, but I promise you I know how to read. We're gonna focus. This is the great goddess, the many-named mother of all, and all goddesses are attributes or aspects of her. Her cup, the Kruak, overflows with bounty for all. She is the yin energy of the universe, nurturing, compassionate, and wise. She gives form and brings into manifestation the will and life force of the fiery sword. This is like giving Shiva Shakti. Yin Yang. His is the intention, the action, and hers is the manifest reality. This is so cool. I just reposted this post today by this guy named Justin Patrick Pierce, and he talks a lot about Alpha and Omega and about how in the new earth, men and women, you can actually like swap in and out of these energies as needed. For example, like obviously in the romantic polarity with each other. And this could be changed and applied if you're not, if it's not a man-woman situation. It can, however it works for you in terms of energy dynamics, but this is how I'll speak to it. That when the feminine energy, Omega, and the masculine energy they call Alpha, they specifically don't genderize it because they are just like, it's an ancient archetypal energy. And so in more romantic settings, the feminine would embody the Omega and the masculine would embody the Alpha, and like that would create a romantic sexual polarity. But like if the feminine energy owns a business, she might actually embody the Omega energy as she like goes and works, and then she can kind of shift back into her Omega. So anyway, this post was so poetic and beautiful, and it was Omega wants the one. Alpha is the one. Alpha wants everything. Omega is everything. And so the Omega is like the yin energy of manifest reality. It's everything. And then the Alpha energy is the yang energy of intention and action. It's like the one pointed versus everything in manifest reality. So in a sense, she, the Kruak, holds all the worlds within her being. One oracle member saw the Kruak as a great bowl, like a scrying tool for seeing the past, present, and future potential, but filled with energy instead of water. Within it, he saw a tower with a moon above, a farmhouse with many other bits and pieces of our world. He felt that if you dropped something in the water, these things would scatter out to become reality, archetypes manifesting everywhere. He said she is the woman who dreams, and her dreams are the worlds and all that is in them. Looking at this card, another Oracle group member notes, what I see here is the energy of being held lovingly in the palm of the hand of the great goddess, followed by a relaxed sigh and release. She of the Kruak is the holder of all our sorrows and all our joys. Her Kruak, the miraculous chalice, is the womb of birth and the cauldron of rebirth, the chalice of healing, the container holding the germinating seed. She is the body, the soul shrine that holds the spirit and keeps it from being lost or dissipated in a formless fog. She is pattern and form in the abstract and in the specific. Within her, we take form, grow, achieve fulfillment, and let go of that form to move on to the next phase of our being. All of the universe, each individual particle, every being is cherished by her. Okay, I kind of read to you the whole story, which I don't normally do, but I thought it was pretty beautiful. Starter reading. She of the Kruak may indicate a form of pregnancy, a necessary time of nurturing and development. We need to be open to her overflowing grace. She may also indicate a need to allow her nurturing grace to flow through us to others in the form of unconditional love, giving, and spiritual healing. Okay, so that's what I'm getting is relevant for us. If there's one person out there who the pregnancy thing is particularly revealing to you or resonant to you, that's for you. But other than that, the need to allow her nurturing grace to flow through us to others in the form of unconditional love, giving, and spiritual healing. That's the lighthouse energy I was talking about. Spirit runs through you and it blesses others just through your energy. And the more that you allow, the more you set up structures to make you feel held so that you can allow. That's your Alpha supporting your Omega, no matter what your dominant energy is. Ultimately, we all are moving to a place of being pretty integrated, that structure allows this divine energy to flow. She also reminds us that unbounded love and grace is ours, just waiting to be accepted. That's the whole Abraham Hicks teaching, that like everything you desire, which most of all is feeling good, is aiming to make its way to you in all moments. It's about allowing. It's not about you having to chase anything down. It's right here, right now. Can you allow it? Can you allow yourself to feel good? The presence of this card in a reading radiates comfort and nurturing to the cards all around it. So you're receiving, like, this blessing is always here for you, but particularly right now, it's like you're in this womb of creation. We're about to enter into, if you're watching this in real time, if not, just take the energy of it. We're about to enter the solar eclipse, which is a new moon. And it's like when the sun gets eclipsed by the moon. So the feminine energy is creating this void, this dark womb of creation where like all possibilities exist. We're in like the dark womb of the mother. And it's all love. It's all love. Can you let it flow through you and eclipse anything out from your field that no longer resonates? It's going to do it for you, but can you allow things to go, and can you allow things to come, and can you remain open to the love that it is working its way through your life? Can you accept the fact that you are loved and that it's also you loving you? And then the day after is the equinox, which is this very like fertile, beautiful time. It's this equal balance between light and dark. And it is when the forces come to complete balance, there's this neutralization that allows for almost a rebirth and an elevation in consciousness. And coming right after us being in this like eclipsed womb where the divine energy is clearing and giving us a sort of rebirth, and then we enter into this equinox, which is the neutral space. And the neutral space is the space of the heart, because the heart doesn't judge. There's no good, there's no bad in the heart space. And that's where we can cultivate this new beginning from. And that is why you choosing to balance the forces within, give yourself the necessary structure, because that is love, to allow more of you, the infinite you, structures in the finite, so that more of the infinite you can flow unimpeded through you. That is bringing you into a whole new trajectory as we move through these cosmic portals. And when you help yourself, the universe mirrors it back to you so amplified, especially as we go through these times of amplified energy, because the veils are thinner. Assistance is more easily brought to us, and our energetic imprint is like mirrored, exponentially amplified, and like continues to unfold in the coming months. They say like what you do on the equinoxes and the solstices imprints the rest of your year, and also very much so until the next equinox or solstice. So you're blessed. This blessing is with you. Also this vibe, just like know the whole teacher thing, like the whole lighthouse thing, like you're a teacher and you're a lighthouse. And so it's important that you set things up for yourself to be able to offer in whatever way is like going to be so natural and intuitive for you. And that is, you know, whether it be to a child, to a friend, to a larger group of people, to people you work with, on any level, like you're very, very valuable. So putting on your mask first is very important. Okay, much, much love. If you're still here, This is kind of a long one, so I love you for that. If you're still here, comment a strawberry emoji. You might ask, why strawberry? Because if you're still here, only me and you know about this secret strawberry. So I'll know why. And so will you. Much love. Catch you in the next one.